Salt spray stings my face, the wind howling like a banshee trying to rip the lighthouse off its rocky perch. I slam the lantern shut, its shattered glass raining down like malevolent confetti. Great, just what I needed. Another blackout in this claustrophobic hellhole. The mockingbird, my only half-feathered companion, squawks indignantly from its perch on the railing. The damn thing mimics the storm's fury perfectly, its tiny chest puffed out in mock outrage. At least it has some entertainment value, unlike this godforsaken rock. Wyvern's Rock, named after some mythical beast, no doubt, meant to scare off sailors from its treacherous shores. Now it's just my prison, a monument to my failed escape from the past. My father, another lighthouse keeper, vanished from a similar island years ago. Swallowed by the sea, they said. The wind moans through the cracks in the weathered stone, carrying whispers of forgotten things. Or maybe it's just my imagination playing tricks on me. This place has a way of messing with your head, amplifying every creak and groan into a symphony of paranoia. The oil lamp sputters, casting long skeletal shadows that dance on the damp walls. The mockingbird flutters down, landing on the table beside a dusty diary. Its worn leather cover whispers secrets, promising answers I might not be ready for. But what choice do I have? Curiosity, that insatiable beast, claws at my insides. I pick up the diary, the leather cool and surprisingly smooth under my fingers. Its yellowed pages smell of brine and something else, something deeper, fear. With a shaky breath, I open it. The spidery handwriting speaks of isolation, of strange noises in the night, of a haunting melody that seeps into your bones. It speaks of disappearances, just like my father. A cold dread slithers down my spine. This wasn't just some creepy old lighthouse. It was a tomb filled with the ghosts of keepers past. And the storm outside suddenly feels less like nature's fury and more like a chilling welcome from the wyvern itself. The mockingbird cocks its head, its beady eyes fixed on me. It chirps again, this time a different melody, one that sends shivers down my spine. It's the same tune described in the diary, a mournful song that seems to echo from the very walls. Is it the wind, my imagination, or something else? The lantern flickers once, twice, and then plunges the room into darkness. The mockingbird takes flight, its silhouette swallowed by the inky blackness. I'm alone, with only the storm's roar and the whispers of the past for company. And the chilling feeling that I'm not the only one who's here. The Wyvern's Rock has claimed countless souls, and tonight, it seems, it has its sights set on mine. The storm rages on, its fury mirroring the turmoil in my gut. The diary's words echo in my mind, a chilling soundtrack to the howling wind. Disappearances, strange sounds, a haunting melody. My father. Panic starts gnawing at the edges of my sanity. This place is messing with me, feeding on my fear. I have to get out, escape this island before it swallows me whole. But the storm, it's a wall of wind and rain, a watery prison sealing me in. No, I won't give in. I won't become another victim of this cursed rock. My heart hammers against my ribs, a frantic drum solo against the storm's symphony. I grab the diary, a flimsy shield against the encroaching darkness. The mockingbird is back, perched on the windowsill, its black eyes reflecting the flickering light of the fireplace. The diary slips from my trembling hands, landing open on the floor. A faded sketch catches my eye. A crude map of the lighthouse with a hidden chamber marked in the heart of the structure. The melody is scribbled beside it, accompanied by a single word: source. My breath catches in my throat. The source of the song, the source of the fear. Could it be the key to unraveling this mystery? And maybe, just maybe, a way out of this nightmare. I grab the lantern, its glass replaced with a makeshift cloth cover. The mockingbird flutters around me, its wings brushing against my cheek. Is it leading me? Guiding me? Or just enjoying my descent into madness? Ignoring the chilling questions, I follow the map, my heart pounding a frantic rhythm against my ribs. The lighthouse groans around me, each creak and groan amplifying the tension. The air grows colder, thicker with a strange metallic tang. Then I see it. A hidden door, almost invisible in the dim light, its hinges rusty and frozen. With a grunt, I throw my shoulder against it. The wood groans in protest, then finally gives way. A gust of icy air washes over me, carrying the faint scent of mildew and something else. I step inside, the lantern casting long, ominous shadows on the dusty floor. The air crackles with an unseen energy, sending shivers down my spine. My footsteps echo in the silence, swallowed by the darkness. The mockingbird is gone, its chilling song replaced by an unsettling quiet. The only sound is the ragged rasp of my own breathing. As I delve deeper, the temperature drops further, the air thick with dust and an oppressive sense of dread. The walls seem to close in, suffocating me. Just when I think I can't take another step, I see it. A faint light ahead, flickering like a dying ember. Hope flickers in my chest, a fragile flame against the encroaching darkness. I press on, my heart a frantic drumbeat in my ears. The light leads me to a cavernous chamber, its ceiling supported by thick oaken beams. In the center, a grand piano stands, its ivory keys gleaming eerily in the dim light, and above it, etched into the stone wall, the familiar melody. As I step closer, the haunting tune fills the air, played by unseen hands. It's beautiful, sorrowful, and terrifying. It wraps around me, squeezing the air from my lungs, filling me with a cold dread that chills me to the bone. The mockingbird reappears perched on the piano's edge. It chirps once, its eyes locked on mine. And then the unthinkable happens. The piano explodes in a shower of wood and ivory. The chamber shudders, dust raining down like a macabre snowfall. And in the chaos, I see a figure emerge from the shadows, tall, shrouded in darkness, its face hidden. It's not the mockingbird, not a figment of my imagination. Fear threatens to consume me, but something deep inside, something fueled by desperation and a flicker of defiance, tells me to fight. I raise the lantern, its meager light my only weapon, and charge at the figure. My scream gets swallowed by the storm's roar, but the message is clear. I will not be another victim. The figure lunges, its form shifting like smoke in the flickering light. Panic claws at my throat, but I raise the lantern, the meager flame my only shield. The wind howls outside, echoing the battle raging within me. "Who are you?" I yell, my voice hoarse. "What do you want?" The figure lets out a guttural sound, more animal than human. It lunges again, shadows stretching across the dusty floor. I stumble back, heart hammering against my ribs. Suddenly, the mockingbird reappears, its tiny body a blur of feathers as it bombs the figure's face. The creature shrieks, recoiling in surprise. The distraction buys me a precious moment. I scramble for the piano, its broken keys jutting out like jagged teeth. The melody, the source of the fear, plays in my head, a twisted lullaby. Maybe, just maybe, I can turn it against them. With trembling fingers, I slam down on a key. The sound rings out discordant and off-key. The figure hesitates, the mockingbird flitting around its head like an enraged fairy. I press another key, then another, my fingers stumbling over the broken ivory. The melody morphs, changing from mournful to defiant, a battle cry against the darkness. The figure roars, its form solidifying into something vaguely humanoid, its eyes glowing with rage. It charges, but the music falters under my clumsy touch. Fear threatens to overwhelm me again, but I force it down. This isn't just about survival anymore. It's about understanding, about breaking the cycle of fear that has plagued this lighthouse for years. Taking a deep breath, I focus on the melody, remembering the diaries, the whispers of past keepers. I channel their fear, their pain, and transform it into something else. A song of hope, of resilience. The music swells, filling the chamber with its newfound power. The figure falters, its form wavering like a mirage. The shadows recede, the oppressive atmosphere thinning. The mockingbird lands on my shoulder, chirping a new melody, one that weaves in and out of mine, creating a harmony that resonates with the very stones of the lighthouse. The figure lets out a final, anguished cry before dissolving into a wisp of smoke, vanishing into the darkness. Silence descends, thick and heavy. I collapse onto the dusty floor, the weight of the encounter pressing down on me. The mockingbird nudges my hand with its beak, a silent reassurance. Slowly, I rise, my legs still shaky. The chamber is bathed in an eerie blue light emanating from a hidden source. I approach cautiously, drawn by an invisible thread. Behind a cracked panel, I find a glowing crystal, pulsating with an otherworldly energy. It seems to be the heart of the lighthouse, the source of the fear, amplifying power. As I stare at the crystal, a wave of understanding washes over me. The lighthouse itself isn't evil. It's a conduit, a mirror reflecting the deepest fears held by those within its walls. And the figure I faced? It wasn't a physical being, but a manifestation of that collective fear, a chilling echo of the past. Now, the question remains. What do I do? Destroy the crystal, severing the connection but potentially leaving the lighthouse vulnerable, or find a way to control it, turning its power into a beacon of hope instead of despair. The mockingbird chirps again, its black eyes gleaming with an intelligence that shouldn't be possible. It seems to be urging me towards a choice, but the decision, I realize, is ultimately mine. The Wyvern's rock has shown me the darkness within, but it has also offered a chance to confront it, to rewrite the narrative. And in the flickering blue light of the crystal, I see a reflection staring back at me. Not just a scared lighthouse keeper, but a man ready to face his fears, to become the light in the darkness. The storm finally breaks, dawn peeking through the clouds like a cautious eye. The lighthouse, bathed in the soft glow of morning, seems less menacing than before. But the echo of the battle lingers, a cold ache in my bones. The mockingbird is gone, its mission completed. Or maybe it's just waiting, watching my every move. Either way, I can't ignore the crystal anymore. Its faint hum pulses with a power both alluring and terrifying. My fingers trace the cracked panel, the blue light casting an ethereal glow on my face. Destroy it? It's the safest option. cutting the link of that collective fear and ensuring no other keeper suffers the same fate. But then what? Leave the lighthouse, abandon this island, and return to the life I ran from. The life that felt empty, hollow. The fear within me whispers doubts, reminding me of my father's disappearance. Destroy the crystal, and the mystery remains unsolved, a festering wound in the past. Control it. That's a different story. A risky story, but one that might bring closure, both for this place and for myself. Taking a deep breath, I touch the crystal. A surge of energy jolts through me, images flashing in my mind, fragmented memories of past keepers, their struggles, their triumphs. And then, the melody, not the chilling one, but a different one of hope and resilience. The crystal resonates with my touch, its light intensifying. I close my eyes, focusing on the new melody, letting it flow through me. Slowly, I raise my hand, palm outstretched towards the lighthouse lantern. The crystal responds, a beam of blue light shooting towards the lantern, igniting it with a blinding brilliance. The lighthouse, once a beacon of fear, now shines with a renewed purpose. I step onto the balcony, the wind whipping at my face, carrying the melody far and wide. The island stretches before me, bathed in the blue light, no longer a prison but a canvas. There will be challenges, I know. The crystal's power is immense, and controlling it will be easy. But I'm not the same man who arrived here, broken and afraid. I face the rising sun, the mockingbird song echoing in my heart. This lighthouse, this island, they're no longer just a place of darkness. They're a chance for redemption, a chance to confront my past and rewrite the narrative. The Wyvern's rock may have tried to break me, but it only made me stronger. And the melody, once a symbol of fear, now carries a message of hope, a message that whispers through the wind, a promise etched in the blue light. The siren's song has faded, replaced by a new dawn. My journey has just begun. And as the sun paints the sky in vibrant hues, I know one thing for sure. The Wyvern's rock doesn't hold me captive anymore. I am its keeper now, and the light shines on,